so exciting I do this. That's it's not very exciting. That's okay. We're going to make it exciting. We're in our 15th season now. I believe this is the 9th year of Shut Up and Cook. And back in 2010, we did a chicken. I told you to keep the chicken. Now, if you still have the chicken bones in your freezer from 2010, you have bigger issues than cooking, and I actually don't want to meet you. You're a very, very disturbed person. Get help. However, if you have some more recent chicken bones in your freezer, as I told you to do when you have a chicken meal, you have the basis of an avenue of culinary delecticity that's awesome and delicious. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with it. We're going to make chicken stock. Now, chicken stock isn't something that you put on a plate and you cut it with a knife and you eat it, okay? Chicken stock is the vehicle to make things that will end up like that. So, I'm going to show you how to make chicken stock using Reggie. We actually did find out that this chicken's name was Reggie. He had a wife and kids too, Maud and little Steven and Junior. We feel terrible about it, but at least he won't be dead in vain. So Reggie's going to be stock. Reggie, this one's for you. Let's go make some stock. Victor Delta! This is Charlie 19er! My whole unit's been wiped out. I am pinned down! I'm in the Wayne Dong province near the Hung Wei Lo Peninsula. I need help now!
Chris!
What?
Dude! Doing a show!
Oh! 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 Woo! Oh, sorry. I had a little nom flashback there, guys.
Dude, you weren't even born until 76!
I know that. They don't know that. But that's, oh, whoo! That was rough. Let's get everything together here. Let me get some lights back on. That's traumatic. Let me get, oh my Lord. I don't want to do that again. What was I doing? Chicken stock. Oh, yes, chicken stock. I need a minute. I need a minute. Woo-hoo. Okay. That was a little adventure for you and me both, I guess, huh? Well, nothing that 2 Xanax and a PBR couldn't take care of. I'm okay. We're going to go into our stock now, and in doing the stock, we have to do a little bit of prep work, and I usually don't show you the prep work that I do on the show. Normally, everything's already chopped up or prepared. I want to show you just a little bit of what we do. Let's go down to my board here. If you recall, in the first episode, we talked a little bit about knives and the quality. This is the crappy knife from the first episode. Once again, if it's all you have, do what you can. But I did receive some questions regarding who makes a good knife. And I wanted to go over a couple of very good knives with you, and their manufacturers, and where you can get them. This knife is manufactured by a company called Calphalon. That's C-A-L-P-H-A-L-O-N. It is an excellent knife. You can get a Calphalon knife on Amazon.com, or Linens and Things, or Bed Bath & Beyond, or any of those stores like that. This is a J.A. Henkel knife. Just like Calphalon, is an outstanding knife, bears all of the same qualities, and is available at almost all of the retailers where you can find the Calphalon. This is a Shun knife, S-H-U-N. It is also an excellent knife. I personally don't know the retailers where you can go buy it in person, but it is also available online. Just search S-H-U-N knives on Google, and you'll find where to get any one of these excellent knives. Now, personally, this is my favorite because I've had it the longest, and because I'm comfortable with it, I'm going to use my Henkel. So, Calphalon's going to go over here. Shun is going to go right here. And let's get to working. First thing I want to do is show you about an onion, okay? How do we get an onion ready to go? Well, what we got to do, we're going to chop off the end, chop off the back, okay? Get that out of the way. You can toss it in your trash bowl if you want. Take it, chop it in half. And from there, you peel all the bad stuff off. Piece of onion for stock, all you have to do is cut it in half again, cut it in half again, and there, that's it. That goes in there. Now we're going to do the same thing again with this one, off camera, because you don't need to see it again. For your celery and stock, once you've washed your celery, cut it into manageable pieces. You don't need to fine chop it. There's no point. For stock, pieces this size are fine. So, there we go. And I usually discard these ends. If you want to use them, that's up to you. They're not going to hurt anything. As long as they're clean, they can go in stock. So this is also going to go in here. Now, let me show you how to cut some carrots. You take your frozen bag of carrots, stick your knife through, and you do like that. Is it cheating? Yes, it's cheating, but it saved me a whole lot of time. And it's going to taste like carrots, so why even bother with the peeling and the cutting and the dirt? It's okay. You can use other frozen vegetables too. I won't laugh at you. Now, garlic is a funny little thing because it comes in these cloves on this big bulb, right? So you actually have to pop a clove off, and all this paper is going to come with it, and it makes an outstanding mess that only a garlic can make. So I'm just going to do two quickly. Put them right over here. Get this out of the way. Now, these garlic cloves still have the paper on them. There are garlic clove removal tube system things that you can go buy, but if you don't have one, you do have your giant knife. You have your cutting board. You take your clove of garlic, you lay your giant knife on it flat, whack it. That's all you gotta do. Internally has separated itself from the paper. See? Just look how easy that was. I'll do it again. Clove, knife, whack. Pull, and the whole paper just pops right off. Throw that away. Now, I personally have gigantic hands, and these things are super duper small. So, for safety purposes, we just cut the little stem part off. And I do my very best. I tuck my fingers in like this to make sure I don't chop the ends of my fingers off, and I put the knife against my knuckle. Can y'all see how I'm doing that? And then I chop and pull back, chop and pull back. And let me tell you something. Speed will come with practice, okay? You do not have to be fast about it. In fact, being fast and showing off is the fastest way to lose the end of a finger. So once you've got it like this, you just kind of do like this here, hold the top of the knife and just roll over and over it. And a little trick I saw on TV the other day by one of my favorite little British chefs, Jamie Oliver. He likes to eat earthworm and dirt. I want to take a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit. Just a little olive oil, just that's fair. And if you do that with all your garlic in place, get the paper out of the way, it'll actually hold your garlic together, and it usually won't go shooting all over the board as you mince it. That's a nifty little trick he taught me, but it sure does work. So now, my garlic is minced. Great. I take it on my knife like this, and I'm careful not to cut myself, and I put it separate because I'm going to add it separate to my pot. So now, I've prepped the hard ingredients. I've prepped the onion, I've prepped the celery, and I've prepped my carrots.
Now guys, I realize that Chris has got giant hands. I'm a little bit more dexterous when it comes to the knife. I've got smaller hands. And if you don't like the whole messiness of chopping it across the board and trying to chase it all over the place, then this might end up being a slightly better way to do it. I'll take it and remember your root end. We're going to take and make fan incisions. Much like you would an onion, this is a really neat, it works on onions too. Turn it on the side, put a couple of slices in it like that, and you're going to take it and just, and you end up with a mince right off instead of having to chase it around the board. It's completely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing, but this just works for me.
I think he's crazy. All right, Operation Chicken Stock continues. We have, this should be familiar by now. This is the big ass pot. It has a big ass. No. What we gonna do? A little bit of herb, and we're gonna throw all of those aromatics, onion, celery, carrots in here. Woo, that's hot. Let me get my wooden spoon. I'm gonna stir this around a little bit, just to sweat out a little flavor. I'm also gonna toss my garlic in now. Get in there, garlic. There we go. I'm just gonna let this sweat down for just a couple of seconds. Maybe no more than a minute. But once it's got in there and all the flavor's going, release it. I'm going to come back, I'm going to add some more spices. So let's let this go. Alright, now that my aromatics have melted down a little bit, they've wilted down, not melted. If they melted, they'd become like this big pool of unidentifiable liquid. It'd be pretty cool if they did, right? So what I need to do now, I need to add some water. I got a bunch of water. Whoa, hillbilly facial. There we go. And I want to fill it to about half. I don't want to fill it too full because we don't know how much space the chicken's going to displace, and I don't want it to go fall all over the place. So I got my water in there. Now, I need to add 2 bay leaves. And don't forget later on, we got to pull them out because if you remember episode 1, they will taste like crap. That's right. So in you go. 2 bay leaves. I need to put in some peppercorns. Now these are just the things that go in your pepper grinder. About 4 or 5 of them didn't fill in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there we go. Somewhere between 10 to 13 or so peppercorns. Get in there and they will lend off their flavor. I need some parsley. This is about, that's about 2 tablespoons of parsley. The recipe I found actually calls for 10 sprigs of fresh parsley. Okay? Well, we know that whenever you're using dried as opposed to fresh, you use a lot less. If I was to use 10 sprigs worth of dried parsley, oh my lord, I'd have parsley soup and it'd be weird. I also need some thyme. Don't you say it. Keep your mouth shut there. I let you get on the camera this episode, that's all you get. Now, I do have some fresh thyme. I found some at the grocery store. It was a pretty nice price. And it does call for 10 sprigs of thyme. There's 1, 2, what comes after 2? Oh, 3, 7, 9. This is not baking, okay? Once again, because it's just cooking, you can put in whatever you want. So that's about as much as I need. So now I'm going to get that in there. And as I let this marry around and become its own little thing, I need to get poor old Reggie. So let me go find Reggie, and he's going to get ready for his bath.